During the following episode of the Omar the Barbarian podcast, we will be discussing various programs: Law and Order, Organized Crime, Superman and Lois, and what's the other one? Great British Pottery Show.
Pottery Show, yep.
Great Pottery Show. If you are an aficionado of any of those programs, be warned, we will potentially be talking about spoilers, maybe light spoilers, nothing too heavy, but you have been warned. Be good.
Welcome back to the Omar the Barbarian podcast, where we talk about what is best in life. As usual, the top men are in the building. Chris James Scott, Profit Director, Blade Plugin Specialist, knower of all things transforming robot related. If it transforms into a robot, he be knowing about it. He is the
also know about these delts.
Look at him. He went to the gym, and now he is the Ric Flair of all things.
I'm feeling myself, baby.
Feeling himself right now. He just flexed, for those of you that can't see, which is all y'all. He is flexing his guns. Former bookseller of the comic nature, industry veteran, Chris James Scott. Swollen. Biggie Langston himself. Yes. Yes.
Big me.
Alongside him, my man, Devon Sanders, astronaut, ditch digger, writer of dope articles of pop culture related things, industry veteran, 40 plus years invested in the game.
Not quite.
40 years
Reading.
Invested in life.
Yeah, I haven't been. Yeah, about 40 years invested in life, but not so much the writing part.
But comics though.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Reading. All right. Let's keep going. Rock on
So today, Highlander.
Yeah, exactly. He said
Highlander.
So today we are talking about the things we are feeling right now. We're just going to talk about a few things. Be anything, TV show, movie, album, whatever. And talk about what it is, why we're digging it, why we recommend it. Then we might want to get into something that we're not feeling. We'll see. Who would like to begin talking about what they're feeling right now? I'll open it up to...
I'll begin.
All right.
Devon shall begin. Devon begins. Anyway, right now I'm feeling. Stop it! I am feeling Law and Order, Organized Crime, featuring the return of the Stabler.
Yeah,
we've been waiting for this for what, like 12 years? Like, Chris Maloney has been doing other things. He did Happy for Sci-Fi. He even did a comedy where he was a dad on the Fox thing and no one paid attention to it. Now, here's the weird thing about Chris Maloney. He's a good-looking dude who's got funny chops, sort of like John Hamm or George Clooney. But he is back in the role that he was born for.
Facts.
Detective freaking Stabler. And let me tell you, help me out. It's eight episodes, 6 or 8 episodes. I can't remember.
The last one I watched was the 7th. So there's probably, if there's a new one out, you would know if there's an 8th one.
Well, the season officially ended. Omar, the last episode that you saw, did it involve a hospital?
Yes. That was a lot. Okay. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. So that, no matter how many episodes, sit down and watch them. Because
Excellent.
this cast is one of the tightest casts that's ever come around. And it is so amazing that they came together and they were able to do this show during the heights of COVID.
Mhm.
And it's like you've got Chris Maloney tearing up the screen and everything he does. Tamara Taylor with her fine self is in there. Formerly of House. And oh my God. And Dylan McDermott.
Yes.
As the villain. And oh my God, I have never seen somebody just chew up the scenery the way that this man chews up, and just like the way he just takes in every scene. You're just like, I don't know if I admire this man or I just want to see him die. I don't know what.
Prime time Wilson Fisk, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I tell you, there is a swerve in the middle of this series that is thrown at the very end of this thing that I literally jumped out of my chair and yelped. Like, I screamed at the TV. I was like, oh, that's good TV.
It's rough, man.
So that's what I'm recommending. If you just like hard-hitting detective series in that Law and Order universe, like I think Chris said that the best way to describe this is like Daredevil in the SVU universe.
No, it's if Dick Wolf went to Disney and proposed a Daredevil show, and they said no, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it my own way."
Yeah, and that's
so
essentially
good.
what it is. And it's just, my God, so good. Now, I realize that some people may not be feeling like cop shows in the world that we're in, but
Right.
if you just want to like disconnect and just like watch some TV that's just like there's no social value.
I wouldn't call it
to this
mindless.
thing. It's
Right.
not mindless. There's, and I wouldn't even say that there's social value to it, but it's just good TV, and that's what
It's a
we
good
need.
pulp
We need,
novel.
right? Exactly. It is probably the best pulp novel on network TV right now. So yeah, that's what I'm liking. Law and Order, organized crime.
I will say that you recommended it to me, and I was hooked immediately. I remember, I think we were like, I can't remember if we were in one of our group chat on Messenger. I think that's where it was, and you were like, you mentioned it, and I was like, wait, he's back? And you were like, bruh, you don't know? And when your boys say to you, bruh, that's all you need. You're like, okay, well, I need to go get at that. You started going into it, and I said, okay, if Devon is this deep into this thing and is recommending it, he ain't never steered me wrong. So I'm gonna go in and check it out. And I was blown away. It's what blows me away about that show is everything that you already so eloquently stated, but the fact that they were able to do this on a network, like regular TV, like how they were able to make regular TV this interesting. It speaks to Dick Wolf as just the beast that the whole Law and Order franchise is, to kind of introduce it through the original SVU and then sort of spin it off, and you had that whole energy with Stabler, and I'm having a senior moment. What's the Captain Mariska? What's her character's name again?
Olivia Benson.
Yeah. So when you have that energy, to your point, that like the show ran forever, then he was gone forever. Mm-hmm. And the way that they've done it is you bring it back in, and now he's trying to find his way after being away for a long time, and the world is different, but the world also really is different. So it's, it's kind of like, it strangely reminds me, and Tarantino never did this, but he had talked about having a third film in the Kill Bill franchise where Vivica Fox's daughter seeks revenge, but he was going to wait the full 15 years that child would need to grow up and then shoot it. And this feels like they thought of it and then waited. And now you've got this element where he's come back into this world that he has to relearn, and you're watching him find his way. And you mentioned that it was it's not socially necessary. And I'm putting your words in your mouth, so forgive me, man, if I'm off, can correct me. But it's not like a social conscious type show, but there are moments that are in there. The way they handle diversity in this cast, to me, is so well done. How they balance everything out and how they don't hide from it. It's there's messaging and it's hiding in plain sight, but it's part of the story. It's part of the fabric of the story, and it doesn't feel forced. And to me, it speaks to what you can do. And again, I don't want to give too much away for the pay-per-view because we're talking about doing this down the road, but this to me is diverse casting that doesn't feel like it was shoehorned in. It doesn't feel forced. It feels like some people sat down and they said, what would make sense for a great story with some established characters that we're going to take a stabler, we're going to surround it with a diverse cast, and let's see what happens. And it works, and it works well. And the roles that people are in, it's not like, well, let's force this. No, mofos can act. It's good. And it's not, punching above its weight class. It's what you would expect from Law and Order. It's just, I keep looking at this and I go, how do they keep making this better?
Yeah.
How does this thing keep getting better? Because if the concept doesn't change, cops, doing stuff. Cops and lawyers doing stuff.
Right.
And yet, I will say this, am I right in thinking this is the first time Law and Order has done more of a serialized flow? Now, I know that there's threads, but this doesn't feel like villain of the week type stuff.
Yeah, I feel like at least the first one I watched, my girl would probably be better about this because I want to say that the one that Vincent D'Onofrio spearheaded, Criminal Intent, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
That may have had like more serialized content, but I don't think it was to the degree that this one is. Like, this is the whole story starts on episode 1 and is weaved throughout the entire season. And more to that, because Dick Lobo got... that's right, Dick Lobo. For any Slam and Salmon fans, that is a joke for you and for you only. He said about the next season, because he got the green light for, like, I think 24 episodes. He's splitting it up into 3 8-episode arcs. And he described each arc as first Godfather, then American Gangster, and then Scarface. And I'm like, give it to me now. It needs to be September immediately. Oh,
don't think that we don't see you flexing your biceps, Chris. As you speak.
Oh yeah, I can't help it right now. They hurt.
Yeah. Chris is like giving a little something for the ladies, and there are no ladies on this podcast.
Zero. It is just a pay-per-view with 0 attendees. Yeah.
Okay. Chris is doing backyard wrestling for one.
Oh yeah, you see me dance? Where you see me dance?
Okay, that Law and Order, Criminal Intent. Not Criminal Intent.
No, not criminal.
Organized crime.
Crime.
Organized Crime. Forgive me. That's a strong launch out in terms of what we're feeling. Strong recommendation. Mr. Scott, do you have
yeah.
a recommendation?
A strong recommendation. Probably the strongest recommendation that I can possibly give to another human being walking on this planet. It is my favorite. I don't want to say it's my favorite anything, but it's definitely my favorite anime of all time. It's called Giant Robo: The Day the Earth Stood Still. It is a 7-part miniseries that was done in the 90s, back when we still drew shit with cells and paint. God damn it. It is done. It's directed by the guy who did G Gundam. If anybody's familiar with that, not you two, I assume. Just anybody listening, if he's like, "Oh, G Gundam, Imagawa," yeah. But what it is if you guys remember back in like the 60s, there was a show called Johnny Sacco and his giant robot.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the Pharaoh head.
Yeah. It's that. Mm-hmm. This is Giant Robo. And instead of just pulling inspiration and ideas and content from the Giant Robo like manga and the previous series with Johnny Sacco and all that stuff, instead what Imagawa and his team did was they pulled from the entire catalog of Mitsuteru Yokoyama's career in manga, because that dude created Gigantor. He made like damn near everything that Tezuka didn't. He made Gigantor. He did like adaptations of Chinese classics like Romance of Three Kingdoms and the Water Kingdom and all that stuff. Did I say that right? Water Margin. That's what it is. It's like a big polemic thing. So like you'll have these giant robot battles, but also on the ground you have like basically the anime equivalent of like the Incredibles fighting each other. Like it's just people with all these bizarre like superpowers. It's like the Buddhist Justice League versus like a bunch of like the Legion of Doom. It's bananas. Just everything is so cool. It all starts with like an apocalyptic event, because by this time in whatever future time they're going with, clean energy has been discovered. We found it out, and that's what society's running on. But apparently it was propagated on a lie, and the guy who originally created it was blackballed unjustly. So to take his revenge, he fucking just sabotages the whole thing. So all of society goes black. And now it's up to the protagonist of the piece, the experts of justice. That then I should say, like this miniseries is not subtle in any way. Like we're doing like grand opera strokes with the paintbrush. Like it is slap you in the face with the metaphors. It's great. Yeah, they have to figure out like what's going on, who shut out all the lights, why is this happening, and the mystery surrounding like basically like a green energy Duracell. We got to figure out what the mystery is with this thing. It's a lot deeper than that, but I don't want to just keep talking. But the animation is some of the best that I have seen like ever. It's so goddamn beautiful, and all the character designs, like every single character that shows up on screen is like lovingly created to mimic like the way manga looked in like the 60s and all that stuff, but done with the appropriate budget of a production in the 90s. So nice. It's beautiful, man. I cannot recommend it enough. It's 7 episodes. Each one is about an hour long, and it like every episode has a movie's budget. It's gorgeous, and the score is done by the Warsaw Philharmonic, and just it's just manly tears throughout. It's wonderful. It is my favorite thing of all time. Yeah. Giant Robo, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Where can we get this?
You can probably find it streaming on things, I believe. I have it on Blu-ray. You can get it from Discotech. That's who puts it out. It's a beautiful Blu-ray, beautiful transfer. I'm not sure if it's 4K or not. I have to check because I haven't watched it since having a 4K TV. Low-key flex.
I see. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a beautiful transfer. I cannot recommend it enough to people that value animation.
Question for somebody who is a novice in this world. I've got certain things that are, I don't even know if they count as manga, but just in terms of that anime space, I'm kind of dipping a toe in that world. Would this be something that you would recommend to somebody who knows next to nothing? Like
absolutely.
Okay, so
absolutely, because it doesn't have a bunch of weird, for lack of a better word, idiosyncrasies that are often associated with anime. It doesn't have that shit in it. Like, no, nobody's pining after anybody's sibling, anything like that. Nothing. Ain't doing none of that. No shit bait.
Nice.
Well, actually, okay. I mean, there's a couple like relationships though that are like just like rock solid. It's like, oh man, OTP. But yeah,
okay,
it's a beautiful program, and I would show it
out. Yeah,
I would show it to anyone, all ages. If you're gonna look at it dubbed, I would prioritize the '90s dub because the actors in that are like I don't want to shade the new actors that they got for the redub that was done in the 2010s. They're absolutely professionals. They do a good job. Like there's nobody is out of place. Nobody is acting stupid. Nobody's half-assing. However, the actors in the 90s one, they realized what kind of production this was, and they realized that like subtle, nuanced takes on these characters were not on the menu, and we got everybody hamming it up, going big. Like we're projecting to the cheap seats, and it's all the better for it.
I'm gonna check that out. In fact, man, I'm gonna on the strength of your recommendation alone, I'm gonna buy it.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna have it in the collection.
All right.
Telling me it's that you recommend it, man. Then
you ain't gonna be disappointed. Don't try and mainline it all at once, though. You will. It's a lot.
Got you.
It's like a big steak with like sauce on it. Just one episode at a time, day by day. Yeah.
Will do. All right, bet. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
We can maybe down the road we can talk about it. And break it down. Yeah, because awesome. I'm trying to get into that. Yeah. Okay.
Also, one of my favorite parts of it is that there's a big like jumbo jet / dirigible thing called the Greta Garbo, and it's just like, what? Who would think to name that? Right. Who would think the name of playing the Greta Garbo? It's wonderful. Chef's kiss. It's wonderful.
I was wondering where I got that from. I got that from y'all. I've been saying Chef's kiss for no reason. And can't figure out where. Like I was like, where did I pick that up? I never said. That's the two of y'all that say that. Yeah. All right. That's where that.
I blame Devon. As always.
I thought that feels like a Devon thing that just stuck. Yeah. All right.
All right, Omar. Your go.
For me, and we talked about this during the green room portion that we don't put on the air because we want our families to continue to love us.
Get all
I
that
wish we
evil
could.
out.
Yeah, I wish we could, because that's much of that is often better than the show. I'm feeling Superman and Lois right now.
That is such a good show.
It's a good show, man. For those of you who obviously, I'm going to take a venture a guess that if you're listening to this show, you probably know who Superman is. You probably know who Lois Lane is. What I like about this is how this is a show that, when I think about it, I think about how disappointed I was. And I say this respectfully, if there's a way to be disappointed and respect at the same time, in Superman Returns, because when this premise, and I think y'all know where I'm going, when the premise for this show came out and I saw it for what it was, it's like, okay, Superman, Lois, married, children. And the last time in my brain that Superman and father were together was Superman Returns, and Superman was basically presented as a deadbeat dad. And I was not feeling that. I didn't want any parts of a world where Superman doesn't take care of his kids. Now, mind you, obviously the story is different. Superman had gone back to, I believe I'm trying to remember, but basically,
he was deadbeat.
He's deadbeat, right? He bounced. Lois
bounced.
Moved on,
and now she was pregnant. He dipped.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Man, that's
that's not
and
Superman.
No, man, that's not Superman. And I've always been bothered by that. And it's Brandon Roth deserved better, in my opinion, and he got better in the Arrowverse.
He did.
Yeah.
That Crisis miniseries. We as a fandom owe Brandon Routh an apology for his Superman performance.
He got the ending his Superman deserved.
Yes,
he fucking did.
Yes, he did, and that made me feel like, all right, it redeems that. But when you introduce the concept of Superman kids, I get triggered because of that movie. It's like, wait, no. And then you see how they handle it and you go, this is very well done, in that there's so many opportunities for this show to screw up, to do something where you go, they stepped in it there. I mean, so if you think about it, it's like, all right, and I don't want to give too much. I think people can extrapolate this because it's in all the trailers. But basically, you take Superman and Lois out of Metropolis and you put them in Smallville. So this isn't, we've seen this before in some, one way, shape, or form, Superman and Lois in Smallville. There's a show to that very end. But what's interesting about this is they've spent time in, Metropolis. Now they leave. Lois is big time. She's world-renowned journalist, gives that up to basically become a beat writer in the local Smallville paper. And Superman is basically Superman, but, a stay-at-home dad. They've got two teenage boys. One of them ends up having some abilities. One of them doesn't. And it's the twist there. You're kind of like, you think it's the type of show that you think,
brilliant twist. Too.
Yeah. You think you've got it figured out. And what's wild is when they flip it on you, you go, man, I should have seen that. And, but they did it so well that you go, you curse yourself like, how did I fall for that?
Right.
Damn it, they're good. It's the teen angst, which I thought would annoy me, doesn't, because they do it in such a way where if I suddenly started developing Superman's powers and I could hear from all over the world and I got, laser beams that coming out my eyes and I don't know what this is and I'm 14, I might, react in a similar way, particularly how they've, managed this. But then they flip it on the other side and you get some teen angst from the other kid who is kind of has that archetype of that Zach Morris thing going on initially when you meet him. So you take that and you say, all right, I like how they handled that. I like how they handled Lana. I like and again, I don't want to give too much, maybe we'll have to throw a spoiler thing on the top of this. But
I think you've already gone too far. So yeah,
I've already gone too far. Yeah, so yeah, definitely want to throw that out there. But just the John Henry piece, just man, it's just the way that they've handled this. There has not been, and I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think that there's a single filler episode in this. And I think episode 11, I believe it comes out today. I believe it's out today.
Yeah.
There's not a bad episode in the bunch. And and again, you're talking about, now I don't know if this on CW proper or is it just
on CW? Yeah.
Okay.
But you can also watch it on the CW app the day after.
App. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed, man, with the way that they've. It kind of makes me think, and nobody's going to remember this, but this is purely just a me thing and why I'm feeling it. You look at something and you say, I've thought for years about writing a story about a Superman type character that is trying to live in a normal life to this degree, in this. And now I don't need to because they've done it. I'm like, okay, you're not going to improve on this. But it reminds me slightly of what Stephen J. Cannell was trying to do with The Greatest American Hero in season 1. Now, they ruined that show in season 2 and season 3 because it became too ridiculous. But season 1 had episodes where the balance of Ralph trying to be a teacher and date Pam and do things for Maxwell and so forth, it kind of reminded, but the show was very grounded. This feels like Superman doing things, working with the military, trying to do Superman stuff while raising sons. And you would think, like, how can they keep that interesting? And they do. And more interesting that you feel like you would deserve out of a CW show. And the other thing that is, kind of hits is, well, are we going to get enough of him as Superman? Yeah,
exactly.
You get plenty of him.
We get plenty of Superman moments, and moments. Yeah, and the thing about those moments is shout out to Tyler Hoechlin who plays Superman. The Superman moments that you get, if you are familiar with Superman from the comics, this is the Superman from the comics. This is the natural evolution that Christopher Reeve gave us back in the 70s. This is as close to that Superman as we've probably gotten in 40-some years.
Facts.
Without being mimicry.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
The heart is there. I knew that we were okay when in the first episode, he shows up in the Fleischer Studios early 1940s animated costume.
Yes.
With the black shield.
Yes.
And man lifts a car like on the cover of Action Comics #1.
Yes.
Saving a kid. And the kid says, cool costume. And he smiles at the kid and he goes, thanks. My mother made it for me.
Yes.
And it was just like,
good.
Oh, okay. I'm here. We're here. We're good.
Can I just be honest, though?
This dude is not going to snap Zod's neck, at least.
Right.
But so I was so disappointed when he wasn't in that costume anymore. I want that.
Please
so bad.
Yeah.
Please bring it back.
Red trunks always, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. Draws on the outside.
Draws on it.
I put the draws on the outside. Yeah.
If you don't have his draws on the outside, it don't work.
Yeah.
No.
Trying
Same
to make
for me. I don't work unless my draws are on the outside.
Also, pretty cool thing about Tyler Hoechlin. It's on his Twitter bio, how to pronounce it, and we are butchering it.
Wow.
Don't bear with me.
He's Tyler.
Yeah, don't. It's there. You go, Superman.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about this Superman is that he's carrying on a unique tradition started by George Newbern, who was the Superman on Justice League.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the daytime, George Newbern played Superman. In the nighttime, he was the voice of Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII in the 2000s and the early 2010s.
What?
Fast forward to now, Tyler Hoechlin in the daytime is Superman on the CW. He's the voice of Sephiroth in the current Final Fantasy VII remake. Shit is wild.
It all comes back around.
It all comes back. It's wild. It's like back in the 2000s when whoever was voicing Starscream was also by default Cobra Commander in whatever Joe production they were doing. Shout out to Charlie Adler. He was the best one.
I can't remember his name, but that actor, believe it or not, he was also in the very first season of The Simpsons. He was the voice of Mr. Burns.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then he passed away in the first season. And who is it? Who's voicing Burns now? Is it Sheeran?
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, who are you talking about? Who did him first that died?
The guy who voiced Starscream and Cobra Commander was
Chris Latta.
Chris Latta was also the very first voice of Mr. Burns.
Wow.
How about that?
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
That's your geek trivia for today.
Nice.
We
teaching lessons on this episode.
Yeah. There are things I did not know. That is among them. And
we're like Sears, more for your life.
And now I know, and knowing,
Okay, everybody who's like under 35 just turned the podcast off right there.
Like, what's all this old shit? This man talking about an anime from the 90s. This fool talking about goddamn, believe it or not. What is this? Talk about Marvel.
Oh man. All right. We've had this good energy. Is there anything that y'all not feeling? That you would not recommend? Anything disappointed you? Or do you want to leave on this love fest with our entertainment?
I'll go. Just recently, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under wrapped up. The fandom, by and large, kind of agrees that like it was kind of a lackluster season. And I am telling you, if you are someone that digs RuPaul's Drag Race, check out Drag Race España. You will have to deal with subtitles, but you're a grown-up. You can handle it. Everything about that production is your answer to anything that you may have had a problem with the Down Under situation. All of the judges are seemingly established, like people with credentials in the realm of fashion and all of the things that they're talking about. They give like really constructive criticism, and quite frankly, the whole thing is kind of like a treasure trove of reference material for anybody that's like doing art, anything like that. Like I myself kind of have the notepad just sort of like jot down ideas, jotting down ideas here and there. Just it's good. It's a good time. Check out the Spanish Drag Race.
All right. Is there now, by the time this thing drops, this episode, the Kevin Smith He-Man should be out. I think that's on the 23rd. That's definitely something I'm looking forward to. Oh my Lord, man.
July 23rd, I believe.
Oh, July 23rd.
Yeah,
okay.
July 23rd.
I'm glad you said that because I'd have been staring at the TV crying.
Go on Netflix on the 23rd because
I'd have been mad flipping tables. Yeah. Omar said it was going to be on. And I'd be sad, sitting there wrapped up in my blanket in the corner, mad, hugging my knees.
Mm-hmm.
About that He-Man show, we got some stuff to talk about after we cut the recording off. So, hey, viewers, listeners, stay tuned. There might be some good shit coming.
All right. Anything else for the good of the order?
I've got a good thing. And this is going to come out of, but you know what? This is going to come out of left field. You may not expect this from me. It's not pop culture. It's not superheroes. It's not
wrestling.
It's not even wrestling. Because that's all people think I do. It's just like superheroes and wrestling. But anyway, what I'm actually digging, and I found this on HBO Max. It's kind of buried in there. But if you just type in the Great Pottery Throwdown, it is honestly one of the best reality TV shows I've ever watched. Now, it is from the same production company who did Great British Bake Off, which yeah. So I gave up on that, and I'll be back. But that show had a lot of cast changes, and it was getting to be a little bit too much. And then during COVID, they brought it back with a new host. I can't remember what his name was, but he was just so weird and awkward. And also the COVID season wasn't the best, because what usually happens with these shows is during normal times, they can bring in the best of the best and have their choices. But because of COVID, they could not do that for Bake Off. And they wound up getting kind of the best of the worst. And there were no big personalities. And everybody just kind of sucked. And it just, I've never done this before. I've watched every episode of Bake Off / Baking Show. But I had to quit after like 6 episodes because I was like, I don't care who wins. That said, there are 4 seasons of the Great Pottery Throwdown. And let me tell you, it is one of the most sincere shows I've ever watched, because the premise of it is 10 potters go into a place and they basically just try and make the best damn pottery that they can. And they are so supportive of each other. Everybody is genuine. And the thing about, I guess, people who do artisanal stuff, artistic stuff, they're very focused on their craft, but they're always wanting to learn more. And as they go in there, they're being pushed, but they appreciate the pushes that they're receiving. And there is a host on there by the name of Keith, who looks like he is like a football hooligan. Like he goes to soccer games and basically just starts shit. But no, he's this big, gentle guy who is an incredible potter. And whenever somebody makes a piece of pottery that moves his soul, he literally just starts crying. And it's just like, oh my God, this is just the best thing ever to see someone nurture artists and actually be moved by their talent and willingness to learn. And they did a COVID season where they brought in 10 people, and unlike Bake Off or Baking Show or whatever it's called, this cast was like so lovely. And you could see that everybody really wanted to be there. They were supposed to be there. And it ended. And here's the best thing I can say about that. So it ends with 3 people always going to the final round. This was the first season of anything where I looked and I went, I want all 3 of them to win. Like, they were that good. They were good in spirit. They were good in talent. And it was just, I don't know, maybe because like everything has sucked for the better part of 16 months now. I just needed some goodness. And if you just need to plug into some goodness, plug into The Great Pottery Throwdown. You can find it on HBO Max. That's my recommendation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Thank you. I hope I sold this thing because I really did.
Dude, man, I felt that in my soul. And it's just your energy, on it, made me feel real good about it. Just thinking about, like, to your point where you said we've had 16 months of things just being really, really tough. And here's something that just brings you joy. It makes you happy. You can't beat that. It's beautiful. I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
All right. So any final thoughts before we wrap this bad boy up? Oh, you know what? We need another disclaimer, or not disclaimer, another spoiler thing. Would you all like to do the honors? You did it so well last time. I'm actually requesting, a song and a spoiler thing, please, for me.
All right.
Oh, you need a song?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
give me.
go ahead.
Freaking
Chris,
you,
do you
Jodeci.
Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny.
Like, you cannot imagine the fucking ridiculousness of, like, watching the 5th season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then, like, episode wraps, cliffhanger, you're like, oh man, this is a whole new season of JoJo's. Credits start, fucking Jodeci. What?
Are you thinking about talking about Casey and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? But
man, it might be, man. But it snapped me out of anime brain and directly in the black brain. Like, whoa! These two things are not supposed to meet. No. During the following. Yeah, following. Okay, I know vocab. During the following episode of the Omar the Barbarian podcast, we will be discussing various programs: Law and Order, Organized Crime, Superman and Lois, and what's the other one? Great British Pottery Show.
Pottery Show, yep.
Great Pottery Show. If you are an aficionado of any of those programs, be warned, we will potentially be talking about spoilers, maybe light spoilers, nothing too heavy, but you have been warned. Be good.
I like it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Omar the Barbarian podcast. We out.